Welcome, traveller, to the Arckellon. I am Captain Sonder, and I am going to give you a very quick tour around our mighty vessel. So, we're in space, that's the first thing, and this is a flagship that we have commandeered from Arc Corporation. Now, there's just two of us, and Daisy, who is our ship's artificial intelligence. But what I want to do is tell you about what this channel is about and what you can expect to see. So, we navigate around rifts within space, and these reality rifts allow us to play various games and other experiences which we share on the channel. Now, I'm going to talk about each of the different types of rifts that you can expect to see on the channel, and I'll show you the branding above my head when I discuss each one. So we are going to start with the biggest of the three, the one which is going to consist of the most videos, essentially the most time that we invest into it, and that is voyages. Voyages are where we essentially commit to a full playthrough of a game. We might end up choosing to do perhaps an expansion or something like that. That's the only variance where a voyage might be smaller, but a voyage is where we do commit to that full playthrough. So that's number one. Number two is our expeditions. So expeditions are where we sample a game. It might be a game that we're not quite sure if we're going to like. It might be a game where it's perhaps in a genre that we're not too familiar with, or perhaps not overly keen on, but we've seen the game and gone, you know what, let's give it a chance. So we go on an expedition. We decide to jump in, see if it's any good, see if it's to our taste. If it is, then it could potentially become a voyage. But it just sticks as an expedition whilst we do that initial sample. So that brings us on to the third and final major broadcast that we do, and that is time warps. Time warps are where we revisit something that we've played before, and when we do that, that will essentially be perhaps when a new patch comes along, or they've perhaps made some changes to the game. Games like No Man's Sky are constantly updating, constantly progressing. So they're the sort of games that we would want to revisit. And to do that, we wanted to have our own broadcast for that. So you can expect to see time warps in place to allow us to do that. And the most recent one I think I put up was Crew 2. So if you want to check them out, please do feel free to do so. Now, what we do is we compile all of these videos into playlists, which you can find on the homepage of the channel. And when you go into each one, you'll be able to watch the series of videos. We also do some tutorial style videos. They are our, I think it's the Arckellon handbook. We call them sort of videos. I did one on the NVIDIA filters. So again, that's something that I personally wanted to share, so if you want to jump in, take a look, please feel free to do so. So just a very, very warm welcome to the channel, and just also to let you know, there is a second person on board this vessel. Now, I thought he was lost in space, but it turns out he was stuck in storage. Now, as of the sub special that we did perhaps about a week ago, I think it was, or maybe even a couple of days ago, time gets a bit fuzzy in space. But there was a broadcast that came through, and after sieving through the static and analysing the audio, my co-captain, Dio, is in the ship, in the storage bay, locked in, and he's been eating potatoes, and that's it, for probably months. And I don't know how sane he's going to be, but ultimately we need to go ahead and get them out of storage. Now, the thing that's stopping me at the moment is there's a couple of buttons and I don't know what to do. I'm not quite sure if I can trust Daisy, who's our ship's artificial intelligence, to do it either. One of these buttons will open up the airlock and he will go out into space and we'll never see him again. Another one of the buttons will open up the door that he's currently trying to dig his way through. The third button, I've got no idea. There's 3 buttons that have storage bay above them. I'm not going to risk pushing any of them for now until I know for sure which one it is that I need to do. So I know where he is, but until we get him out of there, you're still just going to be stuck with me. When Dio does get out, we're going to be doing joint voyages, but we're also going to be continuing our solo voyages. And we're also going to be making a slight change to that. You can expect now to see perhaps more than one voyage going on at a time. And that is probably going to be the case from tomorrow. Outriders is due out. I'm going to initially do an expedition, but if I really do enjoy it, and to be honest, the synopsis of the game really ticks a lot of boxes for me. I really do like looter shooters. So if I really do enjoy it, I might make it into a voyage, and then it'll be running alongside my Neo voyage. When Dio gets out of the storage bay in the next couple of weeks, hopefully, he will also be focusing on his own voyages as well. So you can expect to see plenty of content coming on the channel, and I just ask that you just watch whatever takes your fancy. And if you do enjoy what you see, please do go ahead and subscribe. That'll really, really help the channel. So that's everything that I wanted to cover. And thank you so much for visiting the channel. I hope that you enjoy your stay on board the Arckellon. And as I say, I'm Captain Sonder, and I wish you a very warm welcome, and I hope to see you again soon. Thanks very much. Bye bye.